Hey everybody, it's Hailey. Today is day 15 of the pumpkin challenge, and today we're making pumpkin sticky buns, which is kind of like a cinnamon roll, but instead of a cream cheese icing, it's like this maple caramely glaze, and it's super great. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I have 5 cups of flour here. You might need more depending on how sticky your dough is, but I'm gonna start with that and a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. And I'm just gonna stir that together a little bit. All right, so then I've got a cup of warm milk here, and you want it to be between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit because, you know, we want it warm to activate the yeast, but if it's too warm, it'll kill it. So, you know, it's just supposed to be warm to the touch, you know, not hot. I'm gonna add 1 packet of active dry yeast, or that's 2 1/4 teaspoons. And I've got half a cup of sugar here for the whole recipe. I'm just gonna add a little pinch of this in. It feeds the yeast. And then we're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes, and you're gonna add the rest of that sugar to your stand mixer or just a big bowl. And I'm also gonna add 4 tablespoons of room temperature butter, 1 whole egg, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Then you're gonna turn your mixer onto a medium speed and beat this for about 4 minutes. Once that's all mixed together, we're gonna add 1 cup of pumpkin puree and mix that in. It may look slightly separated at this point, but it's gonna be okay. Then we're gonna add the yeast mixture to it. Whoa! And the flour mixture. Whoa! I'm just spilling everything today. And I'm actually gonna change to the hook attachment because this is for kneading dough. Get rid of the paddle attachment. And we're gonna knead this for 10 minutes. You can also knead it by hand, but I'm just gonna start out by kneading it slowly to mix the flour in, and then I'll turn up the speed. And you may need to add up to a cup more flour depending on how sticky your dough is. All right, once your dough is done mixing, we are going to take it out of the bowl. Your dough is gonna be a little sticky, but it shouldn't be too sticky to hold. Okay, then I'm gonna grease this bowl that I'm gonna put the dough back into. Woo! And then we're gonna plop the dough ball down into there. And we're gonna cover this with plastic wrap and let it rise for about an hour or until it's doubled in size. And it helps if you put it in a warm place in your house. Okay, so now we're gonna make the maple glaze, which is gonna go in the bottom of the pan. It's kind of weird because they're gonna be like upside down and then you flip them over. And we're gonna start with 2/3 a cup of packed light brown sugar, or dark brown works. And then we have 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of maple syrup. Ooh, this is gonna be delicious. And we're gonna heat this over medium heat until everything melts together and it starts to bubble a little. Okay, it's starting to bubble. And then I'm gonna add in 2 cups of chopped pecans. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. This literally looks like some yummy pecan soup or something. And then you're gonna pour the topping into your baking dish. I'm using a 9x13 glass dish, and I lightly greased it. Oh my goodness. Spread it out. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. All right, and once your dough is almost done rising, we're gonna make the filling. So here I have 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar, and I'm gonna add in 10 tablespoons of soft butter, and half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and half a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, or you can just do a whole tablespoon of cinnamon. Meh. Now I'm just gonna mix this all together. And you might need to use your hands, that's okay too. All right, I'm done mixing that together. It's finally time to roll out our dough. So I'm just going to lightly flour my work surface here. And also I have to say, I have the best grandma ever. She saw that in one of my videos, I was talking about how my mat had a cut like straight down the middle of it. And I was saying that I probably need to get a new one, and she got me a new one. It's just so sweet, and she surprised me. Thank you, Grandma. So I'm using it today. Oh, and then you also want to flour your rolling pin, so let's get some on there. And I'm gonna dump the dough out. Ooh, punch it down. Oh my gosh, this feels so perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna roll this out into a rectangle. You want it to be about 24 by 18, which I don't even know if my mat is that big, so oops. 24 by 18, that doesn't sound right. Oh well. I'm just gonna roll this out as much as I can. Ooh, it looks so good. Wow, this is huge. I rolled it to about a 1/4 inch thick. Now I'm gonna spread this filling over it. You can use an offset spatula to help you do this. That makes it easier. When you put the filling on there, you wanna leave one like little 1 inch or so part without filling. That way you can seal the cinnamon rolls. I'm gonna make that on the long end. Okay, and now I'm gonna cut my cinnamon rolls about 2 inches thick each. And you can use a knife, but I can't use a knife on this baking mat, so I'm not gonna do that. Or you can use floss, that's also really helpful. I'm gonna use a bench scraper. I'm gonna cut off the ends first. Okay, all my cinnamon rolls are ready in the pan, and we're gonna let this sit again. I'll cover it with plastic wrap for about 30-45 minutes until they double in size, until they've risen again. And then we're gonna bake them, and when you're ready to bake them, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake them for 30 to 40 minutes or until they're golden brown. Okay, the sticky buns are all done, and half the pan is already gone because everybody just really wanted to eat them, but I'm ready to try them. Okay, I think I'm gonna take this one, and you're actually supposed to flip it upside down so you can see all the pretty topping. You can flip the whole pan upside down, or you can just flip them individually like this. Whoa, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Oh. So gooey. Ready to try it. No, I already tried the topping. Oh my gosh, the topping for this is so good. I love the maple glaze. And the cinnamon rolls are super soft. They kind of taste like a sweet roll to me, which makes sense. Cinnamon rolls are what we call, or sticky buns, are what we call an enriched dough. So it's where they're made with a higher percentage of eggs and butter and sugar, where some doughs, you know, either have less of those or they don't have those ingredients at all. It's time to choose the next dessert. Okay. What do I have left? Okay, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Pumpkin cheesecake. I think this is gonna be a really good one. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Woo! All right, it's timely. They kind of taste like a sweet Hawaii.